Hi, my name is Richard Hutton and welcome to the Exponential Fund, the place where you learn to invest and absolutely crush average market returns. We are continuing the train of philosophy. Today I want to talk about a highly debated topic about solving income inequality. But let's see if we can find a more healthy way to do this. So, if you saw my video about why I don't short stocks, essentially the fundamental principle behind that was to support the solution instead of attacking the problem, right? So if there's a company you like, great, you can invest. If there's a company you don't like, there's no need to fucking boycott it or bet against it, hoping it would fail. You not investing in that company is sufficient punishment. Now, what about the same principle applied to this idea of income inequality? Well, what is the problem? Why is it a problem that some people have way more money than others? Is that a problem? Just delicate. You need to understand another idea. A lot of people who have a platform, okay, with a large audience. Right now, at the moment of recording this video, I have a very small audience. But people who have, millions of people watching, they really depend on the support of the viewers. And they need the viewer to keep watching. So they don't want to upset the viewers, right? Their actions and what they say could be skewed towards things which could help in the short term, but hurt in the long term, right? So if there's a, let's say, hard truth that should be said about the viewers, they would not be encouraged to say that. Maybe I'm getting a bit too philosophical here, but when I was studying self-development, psychology, and so on, I understood that when you have repressed negative emotions, trauma, such and such, one way the subconscious mind tries to deal with it is to project outwards this negative emotion, because it is very painful to admit, yes, I made a mistake, that was bad, I caused myself suffering. That is hard to admit. It is much easier to project the blame outwards and think, no, it wasn't my fault, he did it. It's just, easier to accept for the subconscious mind. Like, you got to understand this as like a principle in psychology. That's like how people work. So, when a regular person sees someone having literally 1 million times more money, what do you think that triggers? Could it trigger some of that repressed inadequacy? If that person has a negative self-view, they don't like themselves, they know, they don't work hard, often given to laziness, procrastination, so and so. They project it's unfair that somebody would have so much. It is so far beyond what I am capable of doing. Obviously, you cannot make that money in an honest way. He must have cheated the system, got there through corruption, connections, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's get something out of the way. Obviously, some people who have a lot of money did do all of those bad things. I'm not living in La La Land. But you would be surprised how many rich people are actually great human beings. Like, I met a bunch of millionaires in my day, and most of them are fucking great, or like honest, hardworking, like they spend a couple of decades build their business, you know. Anyway, so getting back, how to solve income inequality the healthy way. We need to understand what's the problem. The problem is not that a person has a lot of money, has way more than others. Oftentimes this person created so much value, right? So asking Jeff Bezos, oh, don't you feel guilty having $200 billion while a lot of people don't have anything to eat? And he said, well, no, because I created a company which is worth $1 trillion and I own 20%. So I created $800 billion for others. That's good stuff. I know there's a lot of controversy about Jeff Bezos, but I'm not getting into that. What is a problem is, the corruption, illegal ways. But a healthy way to solve this is supporting the solution. So instead of bringing down the rich people through higher taxes, whatever, why don't we lift everybody else up, right? That's what I'm trying to do here, right? Teach regular people investing so they can take a small percentage of their monthly income, invest it, and after some years, they can actually become rich. Right? This doesn't hurt anyone, just creates value. Win-win, right? So, another mistake I saw is this idea that you can just tax rich people, take away their wealth. That doesn't work. That only works in theory, right? So, you can just raise taxes and have everything else stay the same. If I were to sit down with a politician, let's have a discussion from first principles. While you are elected, would you like the economy to grow or to decline? Obviously, he would like the economy to grow. Fantastic. If you want the economy to grow, do you want increased investment in your community or decreased investment in your community? Obviously, increased investment. Great. What encourages increased investing? High taxes or low taxes on capital gains? Obviously, low taxes. Voila. See? To the people who have this ability to deploy capital while taking on risk and successfully earning a return, growing the economy, it's a very rare skill, right? And if you want to encourage those people to make those investments here, well, offer favorable terms. Somebody who understands this is the president of El Salvador. He wants to build a new city from scratch called Bitcoin City. You may or may not have heard of it. Based on all of the latest technology, state of the art, everything. The energy will be powered, the energy will come from a volcano. They'll power Bitcoin mining rigs. It's fantastic. But about taxes, he said there will be no taxes whatsoever except for 10% value added tax. Now that's fucking fair, right? So when you make money, when you earn income, either from a salary, investments, whatever, you pay no taxes. Only when you buy something, you pay 10% extra on that item. Now that's fair. So some liberals say, oh, we should have a progressive tax bracket. The richer you are, the higher the tax bracket should be. That's not fair. You just would simply drive away the rich people, not actually get more money from them. But a percentage of expenses is absolutely fair. If you're a regular person, you go to a grocery store, spend $10, well, you will pay $11. So $1 in taxes. Cool. If you're a rich person buying a mansion for $10 million, well, you will pay 11 million, 1 million tax. Right? It hurts just as much. And it is progressive. It is a percentage of expenses. Right? So I don't know why this is not more widely implemented, but hey, it is what it is. So, I have said this many times, and I'll say it in conclusion. To improve a situation, support the solution instead of attacking the problem. In the case of income inequality, instead of trying to tax the rich, break down their wealth, it doesn't work. Why don't you lift everybody else up with, for example, teaching them investing? And that's what I'm trying to do. If you want to know about my investment style, I have a bunch of videos on my channel. My flagship strategy, called the Exponential Fund, simply comes down to a couple of fundamental principles, which is to invest long-term in big companies that grow fast. Till next time.